In this video, we'll define the top sketch or the body-wide sketch. So I will go to the top view, initiate a sketch on the top plane. I'll start with the rectangle, R on the keyboard. And I want my rectangle to be linked with the side profile sketch. So if I select the elements I want to link to, which are these two sketch lines, I can hit P on the keyboard and I will get a point, a reference point that I can now link to. So I want these to be midpoint constraints with my rectangle. And that way, if I make adjustments to the side profile sketch length, this outside boundary will expand with it or contract with it. And the width of the car, will give it a value of 2 3/4. Navigate to the top view now. So now I'm going to use this sketch to extrude another side profile. And I'm going to give it the curve of the front of the car and the curve of the back of the car. And I'll do that using the arc tool, a 3-point arc. And I'll just start. So if you see here, with the circle with the line over it represents a tangent constraint to that line. I'm going to go ahead and use that tangent constraint. And I'm going to connect another arc up here, and then one more that's tangent to that line. Now I want this front arc to be the midpoint with the rectangle. I want these to be tangent with each other. The outside arc should be equal to each other, so equal constraint. And the end vertices or endpoints should be in line with each other. There it goes. So now I will define the radius. I'm going to give it a 1/2 inch radius for now. And I want to define where the tangent point of where they meet, what the distance is. So we'll give this a value of a 1/4 inch for now. So now this series of arcs is fully defined. I'm going to do the same thing on the back side. I'll go to sketch, arc. And I don't necessarily want these to be mirror images of each other because I think the back end of the car might be slightly different than the front end. So I'll start my series of arcs. And if I don't want to keep this tangent constraint, if I select Control on the keyboard, it won't snap to a tangent. But I do want that tangent constraint, so I won't use Control. Go back, set my midpoint of the arc. Make these two outside arcs equal. Align the vertices. Make them tangent to the center arc. Let the computer catch up. I don't know if it took that tangent. Doesn't seem to be liking that tangent point. Let's see if we can define. We'll use the same radius for now. So I'm not exactly sure why it's not taking the tangent constraint. I'm going to delete that arc and put in a new arc. I'm going to make sure it's tangent right there. I'm going to go back, make sure that's those align and that these arcs are equal. It's processing. And I'm going to dimension this point. I'm going to use 0.3. Okay. I think that by making the vertices in line with each other, that it's automatically equal if these are tangent. And this is the midpoint. So now I have a fully defined body-wide profile sketch. I'll stop the sketch. I'm going to rename the sketch. Oops. Clicked on it too fast. I'm going to rename it to body-wide. And save it. And on the next sketch, we will define this front profile